Yo, Elliot! So LaRock 3 is having a problem recovering from his deadlift and squat workouts. He's saying that after hitting a PR, he has an awesome squat workout, it takes him 3 weeks before he starts feeling like he can do it again, right? He's feeling as if his tendons are damaged. He feels like his knees and his hips and his ankles, they hurt too much for almost 3 weeks for him to even approach the squat exercise again. He's wondering, what's going on here. He doesn't mention nutrition, but he just mentions that he feels burnt out and unable to train once hitting a PR. And it kind of sucks because I know you want to lift heavy and you want to lift heavy successively. We're not always hitting PRs. And I wouldn't shoot for a PR any more than, every 4 to 6 weeks anyway. But the fact that you can't even get under a goddamn barbell for 3 weeks after hitting a PR is a clear indication of your inability to recover. Now that's your question, how do I recover? One of the things that I want you to consider, and it all comes back to the basics, but sometimes we have to play outside on the periphery in order to give you some ideas and insight as to where you're fucking up the basics. My invitation to you is to consider that inflammation is the culprit. A couple years ago, everything was about inflammation. Everybody's writing books about inflammations. Today, it's about wheat, I don't know. But anyway, it was very in vogue back in the day to talk about inflammation. When I say back in the day, maybe about 5 years ago. Just because people aren't talking about this shit anymore doesn't mean that it's not still important. And one of the greatest causes to joint inflammation, right? Now obviously you're beating yourself up in the gym, but you should be able to reduce that inflammation in a timely fashion so that you can go and train again, is poor nutrition. A diet that's high in omega-6, fatty acids, eating foods that you're intolerant to. So my invitation to you is to look at nutrients that are anti-inflammatory in nature. So you're talking antioxidants, are you taking your vitamins? Are you using omega-3 fatty acids, which actually have the counter effect? So fish oils, cod liver oil is what I use and my children use in my household, krill oil, things of that nature. These are all supplements that are designed to reduce inflammation. Also, are you getting enough vegetables? Are you taking a greens drink like Living Fuel or Athletic Greens? Are you taking something that alkalizes the blood to a degree? Because that also contributes to a reduction in inflammation. So what I'm saying here, my friend, is that your training is not wrong. It's okay that you're deadlifting and squatting to such a degree that you're breaking PRs. The problem is you're not recovering fast enough. If your joints are hurting, there's a good chance that it's inflammation. Another reason why you may be experiencing inflammation, and this is now we're starting to get really, it depends on how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go, but I'll offer it to you, is that you may be suffering from deep or intestinal parasites or fungus, candida, in your intestinal tract. You'll know that this is the case, number one, because it's going to show up as rashes or dandruff or cloudy eyes, bad breath, zits, pimples, acne, things of this nature. It shows up in different ways for different people. Do you get jock itch? Do you get toenail fungus, yellowness under your toenails? If that's the case, you probably have a fungal infection. A weird thing about these funguses as they root themselves in your digestive system is that they create little openings in the permeability of your digestive tract, your colon is increased, and food particles pass from your intestines into your blood. Yes, shit is passing into your blood. They call this leaky gut syndrome. What happens then is that those particles that are in your bloodstream, they end up there's a whole lot of immune responses to this because there's shit in your blood, so your immune system fucking goes wild and attacks. But they like to settle in the joints, right? These pathological, they're not pathogens, but food that becomes pathological in your body settles in the joints where your immune system goes to attack, right? So think about this, right? You've got undigested food particles in your bloodstream settling in joints that are now being attacked by your immune system. And we all know that when your immune system goes haywire, what do you experience? Inflammation, right? That's why you're all puffy in your face when you got allergies and stuff. So you've got puffiness in your joints. My point here is, as I rant, I'm on a ranting rage today, is that you've got to consider all of the various root causes of inflammation and why it's not going down at an appropriate time for you to train properly. Good luck.
Yo, Elliot,